Okay, so in today's activity, I want you to place the following decimals on a number line between 0 and 1. The following decimals are 0 and 8/10, 0 and 8/100, and 0 and 80/100. Use a number line to properly place these three decimals between 0 and 1. Robbie, can you explain what you did?
Yes. It's what I did is I divided the number line into tenths.
You divided the number line into tenths, so 10 equal pieces.
Yes.
Here we go, let's count up together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 equal pieces? No. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is our last hash mark, which is marked on 1. Let's double check, make sure that we have 10 equal pieces. Count with me, ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Robbie, what do we know and what did we accomplish now by dividing it into tenths?
First off, I placed 8/100ths very close to the first hash mark.
8/100ths. And which decimal is 8/100ths? Which one of these is 8/100ths?
Oh, the second one.
The second one is 8/100ths. So you placed 8/100ths where? I'm sorry?
I placed it very close to the first hash mark.
Very close to the first hash mark. This is our very first hash mark. And what hash mark, what number does that, what value does that represent?
1/10.
That represents 1/10. We can show 1/10 as a decimal by writing what? Somebody else. How can we show 1/10? Jacob?
0 and
0 and 1/10. Or, how can we write it another way? Nick?
0 and 10 ones.
0 and 10. Not 0 and 10 ones, no. Mary?
0 and 10/100ths.
0 and 10/100ths. Very good. And Robbie said that he first wants to work with 0 and 8/100ths. So, if this hash mark represents 0 and 10/100ths, where is 0 and 8/100ths going to be?
Right.
Wait for your hands. If 0 and 10/100ths is this hash mark right here, where is 0 and 8/100ths going to be placed? We'll wait for more hands. Lilia.
Right in between, but closer to the first hash mark of 0 and 1.
So you're saying between these two hash marks, is that correct? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Is it closer to this hash mark or this hash mark? The second one. So we're going to place 0 and 8/100ths right about here. 0 and 8/100ths. Good, Lilia. Okay, Robbie, thank you for helping us out with that one. What did you do? So we're done. We've correctly placed 0 and 8/100ths there. What did you label next?
I could do either one,
Okay,
but I'll just say let's go with 80/100ths.
80/100ths. Great.
It's going to be on the 8/10. It's going to be on the 8 hash mark.
The 8 hash mark. Let's go and count our hash marks together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And which one are we going to place there?
80 hundredths.
80 hundredths. And what do we know about 0 and 80 hundredths?
It is the same thing as 8 tenths.
It's the exact same thing, it has the same value as 0 and 8 tenths. Can you prove it? Or can somebody else prove it maybe? Can somebody else prove that these two are the same? Loudly, Jack.
You can put 8 longs.
Very good. You put 8 longs. So here, you're talking about 8 tenths. And on a flat, you can place 8 longs and cover up how many individual cubes on a flat?
0 and 80 hundredths.
It's not 0 and 80 hundredths. If we had 8 longs, though, Jack led us in a good direction.
Oh.
Jack said that 8 longs would cover up.
0 and 8.
No, how many individual cubes would be covered up by a flat? How many individual cubes? You would use 8 longs. Chase?
8.
You would cover up 80 individual cubes. So we know that they are on the same hash mark right here. And Jack, let me go ahead and just further that understanding. If we had our flat and we divided it just quickly into 100. And we covered up with 8 longs, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 longs, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And how do we write that as a decimal, Jack?
0.0 and 80 hundredths.
Not quite, we're talking about longs right now. So Marin,
0 and 8 tenths.
0 and 8 tenths. And then Jack, now, how many individual cubes did we cover?
80.
80, so we can also write it as
0.80 hundredths.
0 and 80 hundredths. These two values are the same, and that is why when Robbie plotted these two decimals, he plotted them on the same hash mark on our number line. Nice job.